begin with the dangerous new fallout from the fire that ripped through a lithium-ion battery plant in Monterey County earlier this month. And tonight, researchers are shedding light on the early environmental impact. So we're talking about the Moss Landing plant right off Highway 1. It's also situated right next to the Elkhorn Slough Reserve. Hundreds of acres of marshland and waterways that feed directly into Monterey Bay. So the fire broke out on January 16th, and while the flames didn't spread outside the Vistra Corporation's facility, the results of new soil testing are already raising alarms. Brian Hackney explains.
What went up in the Moss Landing plant fire must come down, and it has, in the form of toxic metals littering this, one of California's ecologic jewels, the adjacent Elkhorn Slough.
We have been monitoring the area adjacent to the power plant for many years.
Power plant in the background.
Ivano Aiello is a professor with the Moss Landing Marine Lab.
Less than 2 minutes.
His team made an alarming finding after the fire.
That's 3 metals that were detected in much higher concentrations.
The metals, nickel, manganese, and cobalt, all would have been present in the plume of smoke that poured for hours from the plant.
These 3 metals resulted much higher than previously measured at all sites.
In fact, new measurements within 2 miles of the plant show heavy metal concentrations have spiked.
Some places was 10-fold, some places was 100-fold, some places were probably even more than that.
The adjacent Elkhorn Slough is booming with life within sight of the plant.
Yeah, we've got a resident population of about 130 sea otters that live in the Elkhorn Slough.
The tourist trade here attracts thousands, and the slough attracts animals both on the surface and underneath that are threatened or endangered here. And it's a no-brainer that heavy metals and biology don't mix.
All 3 metals are known to be toxic.
A lot of researchers want to understand if there could be any impacts.
Sea Otter Program Manager Jessica Fuji at Monterey Bay Aquarium.
The Monterey Bay Aquarium responds to stranded sea otters, and we haven't seen any increase in that in the surrounding areas where the fire occurred.
And as for you, Dr. Aiello, you're in Moss Landing. What's the most important thing to do now?
The most important thing is to get the science going here, because this is happening as we speak, right? I'm leaving the interview and just going to the field and collect more data. So manganese 0.08, nickel 0.02.
And that's what he did just minutes after the interview. Out there again today, seeing just how far the heavy metals have spread.
And cobalt 0.03.